Obadiah, verse. Alright.
You can read it, go ahead.
Obadiah, verse 18. And it's concerning, Adawam, which is Edom. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Yeah, the house of Jacob shall be a fire, which represents Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which makes up the house of Jacob. Continue.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
And the house of Joseph a flame, which represents Ephraim and the rest of the northern kingdoms. Gad, Reuben, Simeon, Manasseh. Continue.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
A house of Esau for stubble. Alright, so that's why we put this in this paragraph or this sentences that we put together. We put that Esau is going to be blotted out. He's going to be obliterated, exterminated. Because the scriptures say that the house of Esau is going to be for stubble. Continue.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them.
Yeah, the day is talking about the two kingdoms of the nation of Israel coming back together and destroying the nation of Edom. Because Israel was split up into two kingdoms. You had the southern kingdom and you had the northern kingdom. The kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel. But now we're going to reunite as one people and ignite a fire over the so-called white man, which is the nation of Edom, which is in the Hebrew Adawam, meaning red. Alright? So the red devil, alright, the deceiver, is going to be destroyed by fire. Continue.
And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
And there shall be none remaining of the house of Esau. So the whole nation, alright, of Esau is going to be destroyed off the face of the earth. Alright?
For the Lord has spoken.
Yeah, for the Lord has spoken it. Alright, so that's it. Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
Get Revelation 18, 1 to 8.
Yep. Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power. And the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit.
Yeah, Babylon the great is fallen. That's why we put Babal Ha-Gadawal, Ratazah Hayah, Shawa'ah Ash, Mayam Ha-Adawan, meaning Babylon the great will be destroyed with fire from the Lord. Alright, because that's in the scriptures. You just read that it said Babylon the great is fallen. Fallen by what? Fallen by nuclear destruction. And the cage of every foul spirit and unclean bird is talking about all those different desert-like creatures that's going to dwell in America after this place is destroyed. That's the only thing that's going to inhabit America. Those desert-like creatures that are ordained to roam the deserts of America. The desert of America, because there's going to be one gigantic desert.
That's right. The scriptures speak of a line of confusion. That's right. And you ain't going to know where the East Coast was, and the Midwest was, and the West Coast was. It's all going to be wiped clean with the besom of destruction.
And you ain't going to know when New York started, and when Jersey began.
That's right.
You know?
And this place is already damn a big ball of confusion anyway, so the Lord's going to wipe it out.
That's right.
And the cage of every unclean and hateful bird, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, which is America's philosophy, alright, is democracy. That's what America uses military force for, and he goes into these other nations, infiltrating them, and then he brings that wine, alright, to intoxicate the other nations with his BS, alright, which is his philosophy, his democracy. Feeding the people's mind with the lie that what they say matters. Because democracy is all a front. They pretend like you the one electing your officials, right. But it's all a game, man. Alright, because the elites is the one who sets up the leaders and it sets up the enemies. It's all a game. Continue.
That's right. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
That's why you got in the Arab world, so-called religious Muslims, they got their women wearing pants now. You got their women working. You got their women in the police force. You got their women driving. All things that's against their so-called customs, because they drunk of that wine, which was given to them by America, they follow the same example of America. Alright, that's why their nation is out of order and confused anyways. Alright, first and foremost, the Most High ain't dealing with them,
right.
But now they have their women coming against them, they have their children talking back to them. The same things that you see going in America, the disobedience, all right, of the American people is now being pushed on these other nations through the democracy. Now everybody feel like they got a right to speak, all right? But when the scriptures say that the nations had kings over them, all right, and the king was the monarch, all right? He's the one who established the law, all right? He the one who had the last word. But now they saying that, oh, you have a democracy, the two sides, and the people can vote. But when you look at all these so-called elections, they're all rigged by the elites. Continue.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxing rich through the abundance of her delicacy.
Yeah, the kings of the earth is talking about the leaders of all these other nations, and the merchants are waxing rich because America is a consumer-based society. All right, it used to be a producer, producing mass goods, but now all the goods. All the great manufacturing companies they had was outsourced to these other countries like Mexico, China, India for cheap labor. All right, so all these other nations, all right, they bring their goods here to sell it to America. All right, and you American people buy it up like candy, man. All right, because there ain't no real goods, all right, solid goods that are reliable being built in America. All the good goods or electronics for sale, or cars that come from Japan, from Germany. All right, all these other societies outside of America, so they making money off this filthy place.
Yeah, that's the big thing, you know, European cars, foreign cars, you know. Verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you...
Yeah, that's talking about the nation of Israel being delivered. That's why, through the Spirit we wrote, Ha-Bachaya, Rataza, Haya, Hatazayal. Meaning the elect will be delivered. And we're reading about the deliverance of the elect. Alright? Read that again.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues.
Yeah, those plagues is going to be that nuclear fire, that ash, that's going to destroy Babal, Ha-Gadawal. Which is Babylon the Great. Alright, so that fire, while it's coming down simultaneously, the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be delivered into the chariots of Israel.
Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and...
So that proves the Most High always had America in remembrance, because people, the so-called white man and all these other nations like to believe like the Most High turned his back, that he don't see. But the scripture said, he that created eye shall he not see. So the Lord is long-suffering, meaning he's allowing the so-called white man and these other nations to basically, they're building a tab, right? Until it's time to cash out. And when it's time to cash out, the Lord's going to bring that destruction.
That's right. And it says, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works.
Yeah, we're going to put you in a so-called white man slavery for 1,000 years, all right? We're going to reward you just like you rewarded us. The same way you lynched us, the same way you robbed, raped, and murdered us, that's the same blessing we're going to give to you so-called white people, man. All right? Because it's going to be a blessing to have our enemies in captivity and to do whatever we want according to the law.
That's right.
All right? To torture you, all right? To bring all manner of pain and evil, bad times, and affliction upon you, all right? Because that's what was written in the word of the Lord, and the word of the Lord is for the Israelites, Yasha Allah. Continue.
Right. And it says, reward reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Yeah, that cup which she hath filled to her double. So you're going to get double. Like you had the double in the commercial, double the fun.
Right.
But it ain't going to be fun for you so-called white people. It's going to be fun for the Israelites, man. We're going to give you double the hardship that you gave us. All right, double the slavery, double the murder. All right, but for us, it's not going to be murder. All right, it's going to be killing.
That's right.
All right, because murder is unrighteous. All right, the Hebrew word for murder is
ratazak.
Ratazak, and the Hebrew word for kill is harak. Alright? So we're going to be killing you so-called white people, man, in righteousness, according to the Lord of the Most High. Alright?
See, one thing, that's what the brother's saying. You know how the so-called white man, he got all the control. He got the power. The world is his playground. You know what I'm saying? And the people are his pawns. They're his toys. He's playing with these people. So when the time comes when the Lord's going to bring that righteous judgment, it's going to shift into the hands of the righteous. And